If you see someone who is happy with their life, successful in their career, and has a lot of friends, most people would think that they were born lucky or had something handed to them on a silver platter. What if I told you that every single person in this situation was once just like you? They sat where you are sitting right now at some point in their life, dreaming about the future while looking over their shoulder at where they came from. There are no shortcuts to success. It's not something that is handed to anyone. And there's never been a person who became successful without first putting in the work and overcoming obstacles. Everyone has to start somewhere. So if you feel like you are behind or you aren't exactly where you want to be, remember that everyone has to start at the bottom and work their way to the top. So get up from where you are, shake off the negativity and the doubt, and let's go chase down that success. Here are 15 motivational quotes to keep you going when the going gets tough. Welcome to our channel, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Number 1. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. If you have ever failed at something, then you know how difficult it is to get back up and try again. There will always be a part of you that is scared to try, that is worried about failing again. But Thomas Edison knew what he was talking about when he said this. Every single thing that you have ever accomplished in your life, you did because you tried one more time. Every great invention, every scientific discovery, every piece of art was brought into existence by trying one more time. So if you are stuck, try one more time. You never know what might happen. Number 2, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. When you look at the people who have accomplished great things in their life, do you know how many times they failed before they got to where they are now? No. 3. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. This quote from Winston Churchill perfectly sums up the attitude that you need to have in order to be successful. You are going to experience both success and failure in your life. It is inevitable. But it is your attitude towards these experiences that will determine whether or not you are successful. So next time you experience a setback, don't dwell on it. Don't let it defeat you. Instead, use it as motivation to keep moving forward. Remember that it is your courage to continue that counts. Number 4, success is usually a stranger to the person who chases it directly. This quote from Henry David Thoreau couldn't be more true. When you are chasing success directly, you are focused on the end result. You are focused on achieving a goal. But success is not something that you can achieve. It is something that happens to you. You have to be open to the possibilities. You have to be willing to take risks, and you have to be able to adjust your course quickly. So if you are chasing success too hard, if you are clinging to a particular goal or a particular outcome, you may be missing the bigger picture. So let go of your need to control everything. Let go of your fear of failure and be open to the possibilities. That is where success lies. Number 5, don't watch the clock. It's going to tick anyway. When you are working towards something, it is easy to become obsessed with the clock. You start to watch the clock, waiting for the second hand to move so that you can check off another minute or another hour. But this is not how you achieve success. Success is not achieved by simply putting in the time. It is achieved by putting in the effort. So stop watching the clock and start working. Stop worrying about the time and start focusing on the task at hand. That is where success lies. Number 6. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. This quote from Jimmy Johnson perfectly sums up the attitude that you need to have in order to be successful. Success is not about being average. It is not about doing what everyone else is doing. It is about being extraordinary. It is about being the best that you can be. So next time you feel like giving up, next time you feel like settling for less, remember this quote from Jimmy Johnson. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. Number 7, it is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. This quote from Sir Edmund Hillary perfectly sums up the attitude that you need to have in order to be successful. Success is not about external circumstances. It is not about the goals that you achieve or the awards that you win. Success is about internal growth. It is about becoming the best version of yourself. So next time you feel like giving up, next time you feel like settling for less, remember this quote from Sir Edmund Hillary. It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. Number 8, if you want to lift yourself up, lift up others. This quote from Booker T. Washington perfectly sums up the attitude that you need to have in order to be successful. Success is not about taking care of yourself. It is about taking care of others. You have to be willing to help others. You have to be willing to make a difference in the world around you. So next time you feel like giving up, next time you feel like settling for less, remember this quote from Booker T. Washington. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up others. Number 9, obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off the goal. This quote from Henry Ford perfectly sums up the attitude that you need to have in order to be successful. Success is not about avoiding obstacles. It is not about being afraid of failure. It is about focusing on your goal. So next time you face an obstacle, don't let it defeat you. Don't let it distract you from your goal. Remember this quote from Henry Ford. Obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off the goal. Number 10, many a mouser has lost a life in fancy chasing his tail. This quote from English poet and playwright George Herbert reminds us that sometimes we can get so caught up in our own goals that we end up wasting our time and energy on nothing. We end up making fools out of ourselves. So next time you feel like you are wasting your time, next time you feel like you are spinning your wheels, remember this quote from George Herbert. Many a mouser has lost his life in fancy chasing his tail. Number 11, a man is not old until regrets become memories. This quote from Irish poet and playwright John O'Keeffe perfectly sums up the attitude that you need to have in order to live a successful life. Life is not about the number of years that you live. It is about the quality of your life. So don't waste your time regretting the past. Don't waste your energy worrying about the future. Focus on living each day to the fullest. Enjoy each moment. Create new memories, and you will live a successful life. Number 12. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. This quote from Walt Disney perfectly sums up the attitude that you need to have in order to be successful. Success is not about being afraid of failure. It is not about being afraid of the unknown. It is about having the courage to pursue your dreams. So next time you feel like giving up, next time you feel like settling for less, remember this quote from Walt Disney. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Number 13. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. This quote from Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu perfectly sums up the attitude that you need to have in order to be successful. Success is not about speed. It is not about how quickly you achieve your goals. It is about consistency. It is about never giving up. So next time you feel like you are falling behind, next time you feel like you are not making progress, remember this quote from Lao Tzu. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Number 14. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a hard one. This quote from American novelist and poet Max Lucado perfectly sums up the attitude that you need to have in order to be successful. Success is not about avoiding challenges. It is not about avoiding pain. It is about embracing them. Challenges and pain are inevitable, so don't waste your time praying for an easy life. Instead, focus on developing the strength to overcome the challenges that life throws at you. Number 15. The expert in anything was once a beginner. This quote from American writer Helen Hayes perfectly sums up the attitude that you need to have in order to be successful. Don't be afraid to start. Don't be afraid to fail. Remember that everyone starts somewhere. So next time you feel like you are not good enough, next time you feel like you are not ready, remember this quote from Helen Hayes. The expert in anything was once a beginner. Which of these quotes inspired you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired.